Well, tonight, bit of a date night for you both. How lovely is it to be here with your lovely wife, get out of the house, she looks great, and to see Ben and J.Lo here together?
J.Lo won't just leave me alone. I'm like, stop it. I mean, no, it's great. It's wonderful, and I'm just happy to see my friend really happy, and to be out with Lucy tonight. This is great, and it's a big moment in our life. Whatever happens, whatever the reception is, it's that we really love it, and that's really the only thing we can control.
I don't know if this is hard to believe. It was hard to believe for Ben. Almost 25 years ago, Goodwill Hunting premiere. Now you guys are here. What do you remember about that night? Do you remember it?
I remember it really well. I remember the premiere here in New York was at the Ziegfeld. I remember my whole family was here, kind of like tonight, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing to kind of have an idea and then write something and create something out of thin air, and then it takes a lot, and you feel a lot of gratitude to the hundreds of people who work on it and make it better, and you know, all the actors. I mean, Adam and Jody are amazing, and you know, yeah.
And you guys are still here doing it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you told me 25 years ago, I'd be like, we made it? We're still working? Okay, good.
Gotta ask you, some looks in this movie. You're rocking what we're gonna call a medieval mullet.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah.
Ben's blonde.
Mm-hmm.
What was the maintenance like? Like, did you have extensions? Did Ben have to dye the eyebrows every day?
No, they were wigs. They were really good wigs, actually. And the idea behind them was, it all came from Ridley. Ridley's obviously, you know, he started as a painter. He's very, very visual. If you look at his movies, every single detail is very important to him, and should be to kind of any director. But he sent us pictures of those haircuts, and he explained, you know, to me, he goes like, look, my guy's still remembered as this kind of savage warrior, and he goes, this strikes me as the kind of guy who would just shear the side of his head and throw his helmet on and kind of keep going, and like wouldn't care how it looked. And
what did the families and your ladies think of your looks?
Oh, I mean, they're like, wow, that's what you look like. I mean, I have a scar on my face, and you know, it's a very kind of unique and specific look, and it's supposed to just not look like I look now, and that's
rugged.
Yeah. Well, and also like I'm not a fan of those movies that, you know, they're like a medieval movie made in the '80s, and everyone's got feathered hair, and like, you know, and it looks
Tips.
like they just had a blow dry. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you go, well, that seems weird.
I'm like, I think Matt has real dirt on his face in this movie.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We wanted it to look like that, like the people live really close to the earth, and like they don't necessarily look good.
It's gritty, and the jousting scene with you and Adam is so intense. What was it like really filming that? Because I was on the edge of my seat wondering, how are you both not getting hurt doing this?
Yeah, Adam is really fit, and he's really young, so it was a lot for me, but he's such a pro, and he really puts the work in. He's a really physical actor too. He's a big guy. He's a strong guy. Like,
how heavy are those costumes?
They were as light as I think they could make them and have them look. I mean, they were heavy, but they really did a wonderful job of our armorer Terry. He was amazing, and our costume designer Janty. She, you know, I love the look, and I think that's where we took a little cinematic kind of liberty. And you know, had we done it the way it actually looked, I think we would have looked like the Tin Man, like two of us kind of like wobbling around. But I really like the way they took it.
I love talking to you earlier today about how right away you knew we got to bring a woman in on this, and we have to do this the right way. How much have the strong women in your own lives affected the way that you view, you know, the struggles that women have, and your sensitivity to them?
I think it's that. I think it's also there's a lot of just in the time in which we live, because there's been this kind of democratization of, you know, we hear so many more voices, right? There's not that gatekeeper thing. We just hear all these voices, and people are saying, please understand me, please, you know, and it's really, I think, changed for a lot of us who make movies, the understanding that people give lip service to, oh, we need to hear more voices, but people's experience shapes the stories that they tell, obviously. And so we're sitting there with this thing going, we have this really good idea, but there's no way we could do this as well as Nicole Holofcener could do it, right? So like, let's call her up, you know, and let's see what happens if we all tell this together. And I'm really happy we did, because I feel like it really worked.